Okay, I want to start to stack this 8-foot lumber. So just let me show you what I'm doing here and why. First of all, the forks are about 7 foot apart on the backhoe bucket. Okay, so if I put those 4x4s on the end at exactly 8 foot from the outside, that'll give me a place to run in there with the forks. Now I'm using that board. The board is straight. I looked across it, and you can see that it's touching the tops of those boards there. Now that's not level, but it's on the same plane. In other words, it might be up, it might be down, it might be back or front, but it's on the same plane to one another, and that's what you want to be able to start stacking. So with that, I know that the concrete inside the kiln and everything over there is nice and flat, so it's level. So this will sit here just long enough for me to get the other stuff out of the kiln in the upcoming weeks, and then I can put this in there. So what I'm going to do here now is take the 8-footers that I have, because I gotta look through this other stuff here. You gotta look through this other stuff, and I want to be able to stack these 8-footers in here before they start to get mold on them. Now you can see that there's no mold on there yet because it's been very cold here. Now also something else, a lot of people have when they stack this lumber, for some reason they leave a gap in the board, between the boards. And I used to do that, but then I discovered that it's not as good if you just put them tight together. And so you're better off putting them tight together. You'll end up with as close to 4 foot as you can get. And then put stickers between them, but tighten them up together. It's not going to hurt anything. Now if you can see that there's no mold on this. They're good and wet now from the rain we had last night. Try and keep them square along the edge because it's 8 foot from one side to the other. If I'm 1.5 inches over that on each side, I'm okay, but I don't want to be more than that. So even to 1.5 inches, and that's all I want. So I'll put a couple more boards down there yet. And then you gotta get some stickers over here. Wow, these things weigh a ton. I'm going to put this long one on here, but I'm going to be cutting the bad side off, so that'll be what sticks out over here on this side. So I'm within an inch or so of the end, so that'll be good. So now I want to get stickers and start putting them on there. Guys, in case you're wondering, what I do around here is to get myself the best lumber I can get. I don't care about saving all kinds of grain and sticks and stuff. I care about good lumber, and that's what I want. I just want to show you. Look how nice that grain is on there. Isn't that beautiful? That's red oak there yet. That back piece is maple, the front piece there is maple. So I need to get some stickers. Okay, now this will give you a better view of what I'm stacking here and how nice this actually is. You can see that this first piece of maple is nice. The second one is red oak is nice. The third one is red oak is nice. Now the other three there, they're not clear lumber. I would like clear lumber. However, sometimes you want some stuff with some knots in for different things. So I'm going to leave them on there because they're nice and flat at the moment. If they stay flat, that'll be good. Now what you see here on this edge, what I'll do is I'll take the chainsaw and just cut this off here, straight through there. And I'll use those pieces for either firewood or pieces to lumber if I'm making something, if I have any left. But the main thing is that they're going for firewood because I want 8-footers right now. That's what I'm interested in. And don't forget what I said. I'm putting these in the kiln, and the kiln has an extra 4x4 in the middle. I don't need them on this for right now because they're only going to sit here for less than a couple weeks, and then I'll be putting them in the kiln. So where I have the stickers on there that are less than 2 foot apart, that's where you want to put the stickers. Okay, so with those now, that's the third layer. You can see that there's a little bit of bow in 1 or 2 boards. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to put them on there. Make sure the ends are touching or wherever they can touch. This end here is touching on both of them. And like I say, I'm leaving the part of the board that's not the best hang off the edge here so I can cut it. But I'm just showing you that as I go here. One of the other things is, so you know, now I'm moving on these stones and walking across these stones. Just hold on. Okay, what I was going to say is I'm walking across these stones and it's a little bit muddy here to get from the wood pile over to where I'm stacking. Do not walk on top of these boards, okay, because you're going to have mud or stones on there and then you'll be wrecking some of the wood that you're stacking. So I walk around the edges, either to the outside here where I reach over whatever I can reach, put one on from that end, slide it down this way, or whatever you can do to make it convenient for yourself. But don't go to the point where, you know, all you care about is getting the wood stacked and not clean. So now if I was standing on the stack and somebody was handing me boards, then that's different, because once you clean your shoes, you can stand on there and walk around. It's not going to hurt you. But when you're walking around in mud like this from the stack of lumber to where you're stacking the lumber, you want to stay off the wood so you don't have it muddy and stones in there knocking holes and everything. I want to get a broom so I can sweep that sawdust off of here before I put any more boards on there. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers there. It's partly red oak and partly maple. That top there is all maple, in case you're wondering. And this pile is pretty much gone. Now there's some longer pieces there I need to cut off yet. The small pieces that are over here and the small pieces that are over there are going to go for firewood for me. Now, I'm not saying that you couldn't use those or these to make some kind of maple furniture. I just don't want, when you're cutting like I am and I've got about, oh boy, I probably have close to 40,000 board feet cut now. And what I don't want is, I don't want little pieces all over the place. It's different if I'm actually making furniture, but I'm not at the moment. So I don't want this stuff all over. So anyway, I'll be using that for firewood, but chances are if I need something, I'll grab a hold of it for maybe something else. It all depends on what I'm doing. So I need to cut that up yet and get that to size. The top ones there I think are 8 foot already. That's top 3. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more boards. Okay guys, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers and a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll take 7 times 32. So that'd be 14. One up there would be 21. Yeah, 21, 22. About 220 board feet there altogether. So say 230 just to round it off. So 230 board feet, you're looking at $8 a board foot for that stuff. And all that's pretty good. You've seen what I put on there. So 0, 24, 2, 16, 17, 18. I think that's, you're looking at probably around $800, I believe. You might have to, I'm just sitting on the bench here. I don't have a calculator or nothing with me. So let's see, 230 board feet, I'll take it at $8 a board foot. 0, 24, 2, 16, 17, 18. Or one, yeah, $1,800. Okay, so what you got there is that's roughly 230 board feet. So times 8, that'd be 1,600 for 200. 30 board feet would be $240. So roughly you're looking at, I think $1,800. I think it is. So that'd be $1,800 worth of hardwood. Now naturally, you know, if whatever comes out of the kiln, if it's split or cupped bad and I can't plane it out, you know, then I wouldn't be charging that for it. And I don't charge the exact $8 a board foot. I say that because that's what is the most expensive price around here. But if I'm in the mood to sell, I'll sell at a good price. It all depends on what, how much people are buying and how much I got to fool around to get them out of here. You know, if I got to be picking through the whole pile or whatever. So anyway, we got everything cleaned up there. What's on the table there now, there's a 4x4 there, or actually a 4x8 I guess it is. I want to use that in the back side there, all the way in the back. What I want to use that for is some posts in the house up top. So I need to put that inside the kiln to get it to dry better, but I'm not going to put it in this kiln here yet. I'm just going to leave it lay outside. Excuse me. And then the other pieces that I have cut here and the short pieces are for potato boxes. So that'll be the end of that then. Some of the stuff that I didn't like, I put on the forks, and I'll take them over to my buddy and he'll use them for firewood. So we got that cleaned up today, and like I say, it's supposed to snow tomorrow. It feels like it's getting colder. I'm sitting here in my t-shirt and I'm feeling pretty cold. But anyway, hope you had a good day today. And tomorrow's Thursday. This is still Wednesday, but I'll be putting this video up probably, let's see, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll probably put this video up on Friday. Have a good one, guys. Nice looking pile of wood there.